Hello, guys. We are on to Milestone 5, and this is the penultimate, and it's going to be a very straightforward milestone because we're going to be adding a bit more infantry, and I think Leo is going to be able to explain why we're doing this now, and I think this, to me, it feels self-explanatory because we're just fleshing out some stuff now at this point, and we're looking at our mainstay unit now to just beef everything up a little bit. But take it away, Leo. Let's talk about what we're doing.
So yeah, pretty much what we're doing is we're adding more raiders.
Mm-hmm.
We're the So far you'll notice that when you're playing during the early stages of the game, you're moving up with your raiders, but the problem is that every time you take a single casualty, that's a single less attack that you're one less attack that you're hitting with.
Yep.
Right. So what we want to do is we want to essentially address two issues.
Mm-hmm.
One is that if the regiment dies, then the character that's in the regiment is destroyed as well.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that our regiments are not that fragile anymore, right? Because when we get to milestone 6 and we have the complete list, and you see that the other players will have their own, things that they do during the early phases of the game. We want to make sure that we have a stronger, more solidified core.
Yeah.
And by having two large regiments of raiders, right, it really helps us out to keep our characters safe,
Mm-hmm.
and also, bring more troops, right, bring more weight behind us when we start charging during the early phases.
Yep.
That's very important. And that's also the other thing is that, when you have such a incredibly useful character like the salmon right in the front lines, it becomes a little bit difficult to what you call it, to protect the character, right? Because
Yep.
that character is going to be very easily hit, very easily removed. Now,
Mm-hmm.
a good tactic here is that once you come in with a blooded, and it's good to try and get your shaman on seek new escort to a regiment of stalkers.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and that's quite important because then you open up the regiment of raiders to be for the blooded to come in, right? So you bring essentially the melee regiment with a melee character. In milestone 6, we're going to add another regiment, really cool regiment. So we're going to have one more place for the blooded to go,
Yeah.
right? But as we're moving on, right, we are optimizing essentially our options, and we're optimizing our positioning. So
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be very important for these phases of the game.
Okay. So let's bring the army builder up, and so we're currently at 1,470 points.
Right. So we're going to edit, and we're
Uh-huh.
going to go up to 1,800.
1,800.
Now we're going to be a little bit below that, but we can add some extra options if you like. Even more angrier. I think we have to see
Extra even.
at what point do we break English. I think it's extra even more angrier.
Yeah. So we'll just.
And I think the last one would be the extra even more angriest. I think that when you lose the ability for coherent speech, I think this is when
Maximum angry.
maximum anger. Yeah, I think that's the perfect place to do that.
Perfect.
So we're gonna go to the Jarl's warband,
Uh-huh.
and we're gonna go to the Raiders regiment.
Okay.
And we're gonna add 3 stands to it.
Okay.
And we're going to throw in a leader in there just for the extra 10 points. Also, a leader is quite good. It allows you to re-roll a single hit.
Okay.
Or a single defense roll. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And we get off that. And now we go to the Salmon's warband and we add
do the same.
More. Exactly. Do the same thing. We only add the 3 more stands.
Okay. We're not
now
putting
here,
a leader.
We're 50 points less. Once again, it really depends if players from home have added some items right now. You might find yourself a little bit over the limit, or a little bit less. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, when people are watching the video, you might have access to as well the to retinues, so you might use some retinues as well.
Yeah.
Point is, feel free to experiment. It doesn't matter really that you have about your 1750. You'll notice that the other factions are at about 1780, 1770.
Yeah.
It's not as big of a difference.
Mhm.
And we really care about bringing it down to the nose in the next milestone. So don't worry about that.
Yeah. So at this point, then what we've done is just flesh out the raiders here, and we're as you say, we're looking at increasing our survivability, the ability to keep the character alive, as well as actually get the unit into combat.
That's right.
Yeah. So a pretty straightforward milestone. We can just hammer on with that, because I think in the next one, where you and I are both going to get quite excited about what's going to be put into it.
That's
so
right.
as always, guys, if you're following along at home, hope you're really enjoying it so far, and I hope I am your best or your favorite army so far. Do not worry about the others. The others are false prophets. Again, Leo, thanks very much, and we're going to see what happens in Milestone 6.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.